the process of unlearning all the toxic traits and habits, and you know, how do they say, self-medicating, whatever that may be, whether it's, a substance or just the way your mentality. I believe just a person's mentality could just totally disrupt their whole, and they don't even have to do. Trust me, I'm actually, speaking of which, I'm actually dealing with that scenario right there. Somebody who's not, they don't dabble in any type of drugs, at least that I'm aware of, but just based off of the history of the type of people and mentalities that they have surrounded themselves their whole entire life, and they're young. I mean, they're not like, you know, anywho's, and having to deal with that. But the thing is, at least with myself, because I've myself actually, I put myself in how would you say, not situations, but I've taken the responsibility of owning up to my own crap, like I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you probably, I mean, you've probably been to countless meetings or whatever. I don't know what they have for the men's, but I do know you guys do, especially if you were in there that long. I know for sure. I don't know. For my mom, it's called it's right on the tip of my tongue, and I should know because hello, my daughter. But for the life of me, I can't think of the name. But honor dorm. Well, at least that's what they call it for her. So, and she facilitates a lot of those meetings for the women, and you know, it's just, and then I also plan on having her help me when she gets out, especially with her experience, like, how you were, and I really admire that, and that is like the greatest thing a person can really do, is to not just go through something, especially when it's tragic to themselves, at least for the moment, in that sense of that process of like injustice, as far as how we feel when something's not going how we feel is supposed to go, especially when our rights are being violated, or we're innocent of a crime that we aren't guilty of, and I believe that not always do, obviously, things go that our way, for the simple fact of exactly why you're doing what you're doing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And honestly, as painful as it is, and as and you can only imagine, I mean, we all have our own pains in our hearts. No one's, oh, like, I have more pain. No, to me, it's pain is pain. Trauma is trauma. It's how do we address that trauma? How do we take care of that trauma so it won't manifest into, something that's out of control? I mean, look at our government. And as long as we could get a hold of ourselves, like, even with this, to me, this is, like, it may not seem maybe in the moment right now, and maybe I may not know, and that's a part of me that I'm learning to be able to articulate for my own self, because I'm not so good with, like I could write and write and write, and I'm very good with, words and sentences and paragraphs, and I can basically write poetry like effortlessly, but when it comes down to like expressing like my own depths of like my emotions and stuff like that, I don't know, it's like, I mean, I do, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like I get lost in translation or something, but it's all that. So And I think what like really what it does it is I'm so good or at least I was, I was really good at just being reserved and just keeping things to myself because I didn't want to deal with things. And now it's the fact that I have to deal with not just my own things, I have to deal with everything around me. And it's tough. It's not that I lie to myself, I just, I think I'm in a phase of this is a real, it's like, it's getting real. Because this is the most important, it's like, this is the most important pit stop right here. Like, and anything goes wrong at this pit stop, I can't, it's like, like, I can't afford anything to go, I can't afford any malfunctions, I can't, like, we just gotta, get the show on the road. So, um, it's, it's preparing myself for basically my grandmother. Yeah, she's alive and well, but I mean, it's really only a matter of time. And when that is, it's not in any of our hands. So, um, and then with that is also the preparation of expecting my mother to come home and getting myself mentally prepared for that because that's never happened before. So that's going to be something very new and challenging in its own um, aspect. And there's a lot, obviously, things that we got to work through. And getting ready for definitely some type of family therapy sessions of some sort because she has no idea what she's coming out to. And I'm also getting rid of certain toxic people that I really like held dearly. And it's really that part's difficult. It's almost like a death, you know. And today I lost somebody that I never thought that I would lose, and it's really unfortunate when you really try to help somebody and they just. I think today what I learned is that you really can't help everybody. Even if you have every resource possible, sometimes people just do not. They just don't give, and I'm gonna say this, they just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about themselves, and they definitely don't give a fuck about anybody else. And I took a really cold blow today, really, like not too long ago. So please excuse me if I seem like a Debbie Downer or whatever. I am. Um, like normally I'm not even, like people think that, of course, losing my kids is very sad and difficult, but I'm, I I wouldn't be able to survive my life or even just a day with just being sad every day. Oh no, there's no way. So yeah, I say things that are retarded or out of the norm or I just yeah and I don't. It's not like I try, like I just I'm me. But right now, um, yeah, I just got a lot on my mind right now, and a lot is like really today's it's a fork in the road, and I've never done this fork, you know, in the road before, so this is something way different than I'm used to, and I'm not that I'm afraid, I'm just this is a lot's gonna change tonight actually. Tomorrow will be a very different day with different So basically, what that was is me trying to get out a simple. I've been in a 10+ year domestic violence of like the most severe, extreme, pretty much type that you could think of. How I'm even like how I even really have vocal cords to talk to you is miraculous. To really be honest. Excuse me. So sometimes when I have to do like that, I mean, it's just a lot of the realization of just that and what I allowed during that, which was a long time, and it cost me my children. And to actually accept my own doing of you know the consequences behind all that, just to love somebody who's unlovable, and then the outcome is not only losing my own children, not that I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick, you know, it was never like, but hey, people will try to turn it to be like that, which is crazy, but which is the majority of my family. It's unfortunate that because people are so self-centered and selfish that they rather just be them, whatever that is. And it's, I mean, it's not good, at least for what I'm experiencing right now. And basically, you know, the love that I've given them, the support that I've constantly wanted, especially when they didn't even really deserve it. But hey, I mean, at least, you know, when I lay my head on that pillow at night, I'm okay with myself. But it's there's certain points where I can only take so much, you know, like I'm a human being myself, so it's like I think like I don't know if you're like a spiritual, I don't really know if you're a spiritual person, but I mean I do. I believe in a lot of things, different things, not just like God and stuff. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna get all too crazy with it, but you know, and that's just really based on my own personal experiences, but like really personal experiences. But so when I say that I've experienced certain degrees of certain like energies, so to speak, boy, boy, oh boy. For some reason, it's like there's like I don't know what you would call it, but it seems to really, really not like me. Not that I've done anything to it or whatever. And when I say it, is because it seems to like take freaking forms in different people that you know come in my life, or just you know, it shoot, it's been my sister's at one point. Just put it that way. But tonight, it really it stunned me. I'll tell you what. I really I'm in I am still like in literal shock um, with the person that wow, it's like, well, damn, I didn't know you hated me that much. And like, it's like I haven't even seen this person in years. Like literally like 20 plus years. I have not seen this particular person, and they just so happen to just stroll back into my life. And I mean, it's not like because I don't think like like weirdos. I don't. I mean, I understand the game. I understand that there's plays and there's schemes and there's all hoopla whoopla all that. But I really don't got time for all that. And if I do have to, then it makes me crazy. Then that's when I get started looking crazy, because I do. I'll start looking crazy like them, not to their level, but you know. So I'm not even trying to go there. Like, I've had guns. I mean, I used to be a crazy girl myself, yeah, maybe we could talk about that later. Which reminds me, I just started. I had actually stumbled upon. I don't know what the interview was called per se, but man, that's. I mean, to call what happened to you crazy, that's an understatement. And I mean, I don't know what the correct word would be to like. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, would it be props or what? But man, that's like so. Yeah, I mean, nothing at all surprises me at all. Like so, and yeah, that's like story of my life in a sense, pretty much. But um, to me, it feels like in a sense, I mean, I don't at all want you to think like I'm comparing anything compared to that's wild, and I commend you for even and thank God like you're here still, really. But I just feel like I've been dealing with like constant scenarios as such in a sense, and I have been in scenarios. Yeah, maybe just because people, unfortunately, and I say this with all due respect, just because people aren't deceased based upon certain scenarios like that, if you understand where I'm coming from, does not mean that I have not been put in even maybe, if not similar or even crazier scenarios. You understand? So, um, yeah. But I really would, honestly, I would like to actually talk to you in person, because I'm a little shy if I just like, be like, you can tell, right? Anyways, before I talk your ear off, yeah, it's an honor to actually meet you, Rosa. I can't say that enough. But I think I'm gonna go take a smoke break really fast, considering everything that's been said. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and thank you. Thank you. Like, really, thank you. You're an awesome soul, and please don't ever stop being you. You have a good night, or morning, I should say.